The road trip gave me the time I needed to study up on Sir Raleigh the Frog. As a young man, this hot-tempered frog grew bored of his life of luxury and privilege. On a whim, he tried his hand at a bit of piracy and found it to his liking. Raleigh, who quickly became addicted to crime, was brought into the Fiendish Five as chief machinist, whereas this evil tinkering genius rose to new heights. The last reported sighting of this mad machinist was off the soggy coast of the Isle of Wrath, a small island uncomfortably situated in the middle of the perilous Welsh Triangle.
Sly Cooper in Tide of Terror. Part 1. A Stealthy Approach. Hey! Back again with Chapter 1, Tide of Terror. Part 1, A Stealthy Approach. I'll talk about the cutscene after this.
Hey, Sly! I just spotted something that's going to complicate the mission. See that nasty-looking gate? It blocks the only road leading into Raleigh's hideout.
No problem. I'll just use my climb move.
Okay, but remember, you can only climb on certain objects, like pipes and ropes.
Yeah, sure. And like that ladder there?
That is correct. But do not forget, Sly. You have to get close.
Then hit the circle button to grab it. Yeah. Relax, Bentley. I live for this stuff.
Yeah, and that's what worries me.
Yeah, you will obviously have noticed that the cutscene was a bit glitchy, but I can't help that. The disc scratched heavily.
Very interesting. The message you just found appears to be some sort of code. I'll decipher it here in the van. In the meantime, see if you can find any more clues. The more I have, the easier it'll be to crack the code.
I will try it a few more times, but if it shows like it was when, like I'm talking about how it's glitchy, then it just shows that I've tried about a few times, it just wouldn't work, so, or it won't work if it comes out glitchy. Sorry. I've had a look on YouTube and stuff, and there's no point downloading a working one from there because the video looks so different with lighting and the way it's recorded, and it's not worth it. Oh well. So this is a stealthy approach. There's one of these levels in every hub world where it's kind of like a lead into the level. You kind of walk up to the level, talks a bit about the setting with those Bentley interruptions, etc. It's very of the norm.
According to my amphibio positioning system, that big blimp is where Raleigh is hiding out.
You know, that blimp looks more like a machine than a hideout.
You're right, Sly. That is a storm machine. It's the reason why it never stops raining around here.
That explains all the wrecked ships.
But why would Raleigh want bad weather at his own hideout 24/7?
Beats me. But rain or shine, I'm gonna steal my family's book back. And if Raleigh gets in my way, it's on.
Well, it doesn't explain it explicitly, but the reason he wants bad weather at the hideout, as you'll find in this level, is that it causes the ships to crash, which means he can then use his crab minions to collect the treasure, in which he can then power his operations and Fiendish 5 can take over.
Nice job so far, Sly. To get over the next gate, you'll need to grab onto this hook using your cane. Just jump and hit the circle button.
Got it. Jump and hit the circle button to grab onto hooks.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm sure that's what the story is. Right, so there's only 20 clue bottles in this level. There's usually 30 in this chapter, and it increases by a bit. Sometimes it's 40, etc. But yeah, every chapter, apart from chapter 5, which is called A Cold Heart of Hate, which is the final chapter, they all have the same layout. You get one of these levels to lead in, and then you get 6 levels where you just collect the keys.
That large vault has got to be somehow related to those clues in bottles you've been collecting. If you can locate all the clues in this area, I should be able to crack a code and get you inside it.
As I was saying, these 6 levels or so will have these keys, and some of them will have vaults, as you've just seen there, and master few sprints. And here I'm just going to collect the last 2. Cold Heart of Fate only has...
You found it, Sly! That's the final clue to crack the code! Now find that vault, and I'll give you the instructions to open it!
Keys? Shut up, Bentley.
Press the circle to enter the vault code. The clues have led me to believe that the code for this vault is 792.
Bloody hell, Bentley. Can't be more annoying. Cha-ching.
Sly, you found a page from the Thievius Raccoonus. This page teaches old Drake Cooper's fast attack dive move. Press the triangle button to use it.
Fast attack dive. Okay, so as I was saying, Cold Heart of Hate only has keys. It doesn't have a lead-in level as far as I remember. So to finish off with style, get the key. Usually the level will just finish there, but you have to open the gates on these leading in worlds. So we're going to head through and I'm going to show you the first few minutes of prowling the grounds. The reason I'm showing this is because if you quit the game now, you can skip this next couple of minutes, and it leaves you where I show you at the end.
That blimp looks like the most secured location on this boat. If Raleigh's really as smart as his police files suggest, then that's where I'll find him.
Wonderful idea, but your plan is flawed.
Why?
Because it's impossible to get near him. To access Raleigh's blimp, you would have to sneak through that high-voltage power tube. To do that without getting electrocuted, you'd have to destroy that power generator. And to do that, you'd need 2 more of Raleigh's treasure keys, which are heavily guarded.
Interesting. So when are you gonna get to the impossible part?
Fine. But I warned you. I've marked the areas you need to hit with holographic markers. Follow them to your objectives.
Thanks.
Don't mention it. It's your funeral.
I think they pretty much explained everything there. But you can totally skip this part if you press save and quit and then restart the game. But you can see there's a horseshoe, and that's why you don't want to skip it.
Wow, you found a lucky charm. That'll protect you when you take any damage.
It's a horseshoe, but they call it Lucky Charms. And yeah, it's Raleigh on the mic. But I'm gonna leave it here, right? So next time on Sly Raccoon, I'll show you a couple of things in prowling the grounds, and then we'll go into the machine. See you in the next part.